Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have two very easy and delicious pumpkin recipes for you. These both dishes are perfect for the cold season and they don't need many ingredients, which is perfect. I promise you are going to love these dishes and your whole family is going to appreciate them. So let's start cooking together. As the first dish, we are going to make rice with pumpkin puree and mushrooms. If you have canned pumpkins at home, then you can totally skip the first step. But as I live in Germany and I couldn't find any canned pumpkins here, I used actual pumpkin. So for this dish, I took half of butternut squash, I cleaned it and then I diced it. I don't know about you guys, but recently I started loving pumpkins. I didn't like them before because I didn't know that many recipes with pumpkins, but at this moment I found so many interesting things. And as pumpkin is a seasonal vegetable, so can there be anything better than pumpkins in fall? I don't think so. So I found out so many easy and interesting recipes with pumpkins, and this was one of them, and my whole family loved it. It was so amazing and it is so easy to make, especially if you have canned pumpkins, because the hardest part here is to clean the pumpkin and dice it. So after you're done with dicing the pumpkins, put it into a pot, add just a tiny bit of water to it and let it cook for 20 minutes approximately. You don't need a lot of water here because pumpkin is already soft and watery itself. We don't want to make a soup out of this. We are going for a paste. So for that you just need just a little bit of water. For this recipe, we also need 200 grams of mushrooms. Any mushrooms will do. I had oyster mushrooms, but actually it doesn't matter what kind of mushrooms you have. Just make sure you wash it and clean it properly, and afterwards just dice them. And I'm telling you approximate amount of ingredients that we need. If you like to have more mushrooms, then go ahead and use more mushrooms. It's all up to you, and this is the beauty in cooking because you can always play with the ingredients. So I left the mushrooms on the side and I started cooking the rice. For that I took 1 cup of basmati rice and cooked it with 2 glasses of water, 1 to 2. You can see every person has a way to cook rice. I'm very bad in cooking rice, but I think I did a good job this time at least. I hope you will forgive me for this. My camera lost the focus, I don't know why. But basically what I did here, I roasted the mushrooms in the same pan as I cooked the rice. I just took just a little bit of oil and then started roasting the mushrooms. And while my mushrooms were roasting, I saw that the pumpkin was already cooked, so I took my blender and started blending it. Now it is perfect time to add the seasoning, and for that I used a couple of spoons of minced garlic, and I also had this seasoning, which is basically onions, garlic, celery and some salt, and my puree tasted so good. So our pumpkin puree is ready, the rice is cooked and the mushrooms are already roasted. It is perfect time to mix all the ingredients together. And I added just a tiny bit of water so nothing gets burned. Don't forget to check for salt and pepper. I didn't use a lot of pepper because my daughter was going to eat with us, but I think just a little bit of more pepper would make this dish even more delicious. But you can choose the way you want to do. In the end, add 100 grams of cheese. I used cheddar cheese, and I think I used more than 100 grams because I love cheese, okay? I always exaggerate with cheese. I can't have enough cheese in my life, so you're free to choose how much cheese you want to use and what kind of cheese. We are done with our first dish, and this was so delicious and interesting and creamy and cheesy. Like, I'm telling you guys, try it, you won't regret it. My second recipe is going to be a pumpkin soup. For that we need 1 Hokkaido pumpkin, sweet potato, 1 onion, 1 can of coconut cream, some spices, and garlic. It is so easy, and I love Hokkaido pumpkin because first of all it is a little bit sweeter than normal pumpkins, and second of all you don't have to peel it. You can just dice it and cook it without peeling. Like, it doesn't take much work. So let's make this soup together. So after I took everything out of the pumpkin, I start dicing it. And as I told you, the great thing about it, you don't have to peel it, but make sure you wash the pumpkin properly because it can be really dirty. You don't have to worry about making equal pieces because in the end we are going to put all the ingredients together into one pot, cook them, and then blend them. So it doesn't matter how you cut them, just cut it in a way you like, or don't worry about that, okay? The next step is the sweet potato. Here as well, I used only 1 sweet potato. It was totally enough, and then I diced it as well the way I could, so don't worry about making a perfect job. And for the onion as well, you don't have to worry about chopping it, making it fine. You can even cut it in half and then you're good to go. I just cut it these big pieces, and the same thing I did to garlic. And I added everything to the pot and added some water. Don't put a lot of water here because pumpkin is already watery. And then add your seasonings. I added some turmeric, I added some ginger powder, but if you have fresh ginger it will be better. Just use a piece of fresh ginger. So turmeric, ginger powder, red paprika, black pepper and salt, and this is enough. And I also used my special seasoning as you saw there, and it is basically onions, garlic and celery together. If you have something like that, go ahead and use it. And after everything was cooked, I saw that I have too much water, so I had to take a little bit water out and added my coconut cream instead. So afterwards, I blended it all well together and I was basically done. So our delicious pumpkin soup is done, and I love to light a candle while I'm having my dinner, and this time I used my pumpkin caramel candle, which smells amazing and it makes the atmosphere so nice and cozy. I also love to serve this soup with some fresh sprouts and fresh onion croutons. I love that fresh taste in my soup, and I love to crunch the croutons, by the way. And I serve it with some garlic baguette, which was freshly baked in the oven, and it was just delicious. So you guys, I am done for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you tried these recipes at home. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. They're so easy to make and they taste absolutely amazing. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye!